When I was 19, I was kicked out by my family due to my mental health problems. For a while afterwards, I struggled to find financial and housing stability. Even after securing a place to live, I still remained insecure about money. How long will I be able to stay here? When will be the next time I have to move? What if I don't have money for food again? Those were the thoughts that drove me for years. It felt like my financial safety net was never big enough to make me feel secure. It wasn't until the pandemic when I moved in with my future in-laws that I was finally able to stop and reflect. With my new family, I was able to heal, to find abundance everywhere I looked, to find joy in the small things, to slowly shed my past and grow into who I am today. Words are not enough to show how grateful I am to them for accepting me as I am. To show my gratitude, I decided to dedicate my first housewarming party to my new family because I don't know where I would be without them. Since there are a lot of food allergies in the family, I spent a few days planning the menu. I am the only one cooking, so it took me 4 days to prepare everything. The only problem is, no one showed up. I made enough food for 8, but people were either sick with COVID or they had some personal problems and canceled last minute. I felt like a fool for putting so much time and effort into a party where no one showed up. I was embarrassed and angry, and I spiraled into a familiar self-deprecating way of thinking. Variations of course no one showed up, no one really cares about you, would repeat over and over in my head. But eventually, I remembered the whole reason why I wanted to cook for them. I remembered the coldness of my own family threatening to call the police on me if I ever returned home, versus the warmth of my in-laws that told me I am welcome to move back with them anytime. I remembered when the whole family came to help us move in. I thought, I have a community I can rely on now. I am no longer alone. But the truth is, I was never alone. When I was homeless, it was my friends that opened up their homes to me. My therapists and my professors looked out for me. My coworkers fed me. There was an abundance of love and care this whole time, but I was so focused on creating a better, brighter future that I failed to fully appreciate the kindness I was given in the present. I still spiral into negativity from time to time, but I've learned to take it one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. To all my friends, family, and viewers, thank you for being part of my life. I'm grateful for all of you.